Meanwhile, reports revealed the CIA and its German counterpart rigged Swiss-made encryption machines back in the 1970s, allowing them to spy on embassies and government institutions in 120 countries for decades. Donald Corter has more.
The Washington Post is calling it the intelligence coup of the century. The CIA working with West German secret services, pulling the strings of a Swiss encryption company and stealing government secrets from over 120 countries.
Foreign governments were paying good money to the US and West Germany for the privilege of having their most secret communications read by at least 2 foreign countries.
It was a foolproof operation, first called Thesaurus and later renamed Rubicon. For over half a century, the company Crypto AG was a captain of the world's encryption industry. Based in neutral Switzerland, most governments were quick to believe their secrets were in safe hands. Little did they know, the CIA and West Germany's BND had co-opted the company's founder to create a back door into the world's best-kept secrets. In 1978, Western spies had complete access to the Egyptian president's communications with Cairo during the Camp David peace talks with Israel. A year later, Washington was spying on Iranian officials during the hostage crisis. And as late as 1986, U.S. intelligence was listening to Libyan officials congratulate each other for the bombing of a Berlin disco. Although the CIA and BND weren't able to hook their main rivals, Russia and China had enough foresight to look elsewhere for their encryption needs. Nowadays, though, those two are the scapegoats for all of the West's cyber woes. Washington, it's become a routine to point the finger at Russia and China. But it's not like U.S. intelligence operations have wound down since then. On the contrary, they've adapted.
Edward Snowden is the 29-year-old intelligence contractor who leaked top-secret National Security Agency information, revealing the incredible extent to which the U.S. government is monitoring and keeping records of not just our phone calls.
The National Security Agency has built an infrastructure that can intercept almost everything.
The National Security Agency there in the United States allegedly spying on quite vast amounts of EU citizens' data.
The group tasked by President Obama with reviewing Washington's spy program has largely defended it. Although the program had not so far prevented a terrorist attack, it was still vital to Homeland Security.
The Central Intelligence Agency has lost control of highly classified documents and computer code.
About the CIA's technical capability to carry out hacking into electronic devices, things like Android phones, iPhones.
Julian Assange in London, accusing the CIA of devastating incompetence, saying the agency has lost control of its cyber weapons.
It doesn't matter who you are, friend or foe, they're coming for your secrets.
I have, since we started talking about the NSA, always made it clear to the US president that spying among friends is not acceptable.
And if you take WikiLeaks' Vault 7 documents into consideration, it makes Operation Rubicon look like child's play.
The scope and direction of the CIA's global covert hacking program, its malware arsenal, and dozens of zero-day weaponized exploits against a wide range of US and European company products include Apple's iPhone, Google's Android, and Microsoft's Windows, and even Samsung TVs, which are turned into covert microphones.
Even their own citizens aren't safe.
Now, increasingly, we see that it's happening domestically. And to do that, the NSA specifically targets the communications of everyone. It ingests them by default. It collects them in its system, and it filters them, and it analyzes them, and it measures them, and it stores them for periods of time, simply because that's the easiest, most efficient, and most valuable way to achieve these ends.
Snowden took the revelations about Crypto AG even further, comparing it with a formerly secret $10 million contract between the NSA and a major U.S. computer security firm. It begs the question, what info-grabbing operations are still going on right now, under our noses?